Time for a Fox Sports North digital update. I'm Kevin Gorg. Very happy to be joined by the president of the Minnesota Wild, Matt Majka. And Matt, we're all just thrilled that a quasi Hockey Day Minnesota celebration coming up later here in February. It's at the Roseville Oval, and I know it's not the Hockey Day we planned in down in Mankato, which we're going to get to next winter, but it's still exciting, Matt, to celebrate, the tradition of Hockey Day, the holiday that it's become for everybody here in the state, and it's still going to be really fun to have some cool events around Hockey Day this year.
Absolutely, that's what we're all about here in this state is hockey, and I'm so thrilled that we're going to find our way. I know we're going to play a couple of classic games from days gone by. The very first game up in Baudette, which was amazing, of course, and then I think it's a women's game from 2018. I think, if I'm not mistaken, UMD and St. Cloud, which I think was a really good game, as I recall. So a couple of classic games, some vignettes mixed in as we always do, and of course the Wild game at 7:00 against the Kings. And then one really cool thing at the end of the night, Kevin, as you know, is that we're gonna. I think that'll be the debut of the Xcel Energy Center 20-year anniversary documentary, which is a really cool project that we've been working on for a long time, actually 20 years, I guess. And we're excited to debut it that night at the end of the night.
Yeah, we're going to try to, again, the documentary is going to tie up 20 years of Wild hockey. And I think for a lot of younger hockey fans, they're going to learn that Darby Hendrickson was more than just a coach on this team. They're going to learn that Wes Wallace was more than an analyst on this team. And all the great memories that you cram in to 20 years, it has gone by in a blink. As a hockey fan who started as a season ticket holder in St. Paul when the Wild first came back to now, since 2006, traveling and working with this team, it's amazing that it's been 20 years.
Yeah, it absolutely is, and of course, Wild hockey's been incredible, and then the documentary will also go through all the great concerts and other events that we've held at Xcel. So it's been a really nice run for our building, and I think it's a source of pride for so many of us. By the way, Gorgie, were you at the first game down up in Baudette? I think you were, weren't you?
Yeah, I that wasn't the year I rolled my minivan on the way home. That was the second year back at Baudette, Bay. Right. But yes, I was a part of the first one as well, and
I thought so.
It's always one of those days that you circle on the calendar for me.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're looking forward to, even in the midst of this, these challenges we're all having. Hockey Day goes on, and we're looking forward to it.
And one of the features that Hockey Day Minnesota out in Roseville this year is Matt Dumba's new camp, and it's Hockey Without Limits, and that gets me to the month of February, Black History Month. I think of Willie O'Ree, and yes, I do think of Matt Dumba and that powerful speech that he gave in the Edmonton bubble last year. For you and the Minnesota Wild, what does this month mean for you guys?
Yeah, so you're right. Matt's been remarkable, and I'm glad you brought up the camp that we're running out at Hockey Day out at the Oval that Matt and a number of our foundational partners are going to be participating in and introducing hockey to some kids that might not otherwise be exposed to it, which is awesome. Big month ahead for our organization with Black History, and we're doing a number of things. One of the key things we're doing for our entire employee base is in the middle of February, actually next week, we are airing the Willie O'Ree movie, which has been out for some time now. It's the story of Willie O'Ree's life and his ascension to the NHL and eventually beyond into the Hockey Hall of Fame. So we're excited about that. We're going to spend an afternoon together watching that, and then have a little panel afterwards with some folks that have been involved in that production. So that's one thing we're doing. There's all sorts of volunteer opportunities that we've set up for our employees throughout this month to work in the community, and we're just looking forward to the month and just wanting to really act. One thing we've said since the social unrest this summer here locally is we really want to focus on doing rather than talking. And so we have set up some partnerships in the community, and on a monthly basis, we renew those and allow all of our employees to get out in the community and do good. And so we're continuing that effort this month, Black History Month, and excited to do so.